Oh, hey man, you got a little bit of, looks like you stepped in some dog poop there. I see it on your shoe right now.
Wait, seriously? Oh man, are you kidding me? I didn't even notice. That's the last thing I needed on this easy shift. Now I gotta deal with that. Great. Thanks for the heads up, though, I guess.
Alright guys, so excited to show you this one. Made some pretty heavy modifications to the NPCAI. Basically what we did, we completely overhauled the partner in the game, so you guys will see. I'll get into some conversations and showcase this a little bit. But basically our partner is a trusted friend. We've known each other for years. He's very willing and open to talk to me about all types of different personal and professional things. So we're gonna do a little bit of role play and just kind of have a little conversation and show you what we did here. All right, Damon, you doing all right today?
Yeah, just another day in paradise, I guess. You know how it is. Did you ever get that plumbing thing sorted out at home? I remember you were pretty stressed about that last week.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, the pipe burst, water went everywhere. Man, the wife was not happy, but we did get it fixed, even though it took 2 days to fix it.
Man, I can only imagine. That's the worst. Those big domestic things that just derail your whole life. At least it's handled now, right? What did you end up doing? Calling a professional? Sometimes that's the only way, you know? Save yourself the headache.
Oh yeah, we called a professional, but boy, it cost us an arm and a leg, I'll tell you that much.
Tell me about it. Those guys are highway robbers sometimes. That's why I try to do everything myself, you know? Got that big woodworking project going in the garage still. It's a pain, but saves some cash in the long run. You got any big projects planned to avoid the next plumbing disaster?
Nope, just keeping my fingers crossed.
Smart move. Sometimes that's the best approach in this line of work, too. Just hoping things stay quiet. You got anything decent planned for the weekend? Try to decompress a little?
No, we've been pretty busy the last few weekends. Me and the wife, and a couple of, our 2 dogs keep us, pretty busy as well. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna chill this weekend. How about you?
That sounds like a perfect plan, honestly. Sometimes you just need that downtime, recharge a little. I'm probably just gonna finally finish that patio table I've been working on. The wife's been dropping heavy hints about wanting to host a barbecue soon, so figured it's time to get serious about it. Plus, it's good therapy, you know? Keeps your mind off the job for a bit.
Oh, no kidding. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get going. Sarge gave us the easy shift today. He's got us posted up at the golf course. Hardly anything ever happens there, you know?
The golf course, huh? Well, at least it'll be a scenic patrol. Probably more lost golf balls than actual calls. Gotta love the Sarge for looking out for us sometimes. Keeps things balanced, I guess. You know, after a few weeks like the ones we've had. All right, 10-4. Stay safe out there.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and hop in the car. It's just down the street here, and we'll go ahead and post up, and then we can continue chatting, because I don't think there's going to be much going on. But we can continue talking once we get there.
Sounds good, man. Dibs on shotgun, though. We can figure out what we're gonna talk about once we're posted up. Probably not gonna be too much exciting waiting for us there.
All right, yeah, so check that out, guys. He, not only will he get real in-depth on, like, talking about his personal life, but he also asks us questions about our personal life, which is pretty cool. You're out on patrol. You can actually have like an engaging conversation in between calls and all the other things that you might be doing. So we'll go ahead and continue this on. We'll head down to the golf course here. You ever you played any golf before, man?
Hi, Mom.
A few times, yeah. I mean, it's not my main thing, but I've been trying to get back into it a little. There's something kind of satisfying about the precision, you know? Though I'm definitely more into woodworking and building stuff. That's where I really get lost, you know? What about you? You any good with the clubs?
Yeah, so that's the second time he's mentioned woodworking. I think he said he's building a table. The wife's getting on him about it. So I set this so that they can choose from a list of hobbies, or actually, I think they can just pull from any hobbies known to man. But I gave them a list just for inspiration. And then I set it to a maximum of 2 hobbies. So, they're not just going to be talking about, 17 different things that they're interested in. It's a little bit more realistic. The average person only has 1 or 2 hobbies. So yeah, I want to ask him a little bit about his hobby and kind of see what he says. All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and get out of the vehicle and post up here at the door of the golf course. It is nighttime, so we're just kind of keeping the place safe. And then, we'll see what happens in the morning.
Right, night patrol at the golf course. Well, scene safety's still number one, even if the biggest threat is a rogue sprinkler. It's kind of nice, though, sometimes just to have a quiet shift and catch up, you know? You been sleeping okay lately, with everything going on?
Yep, doing all right. All right, let's go ahead and get out, and we'll post up by the door here.
Copy that. Feels like we're practically babysitting this place, but hey, easy money, right? We can just talk about what I'm gonna... Affecting my dry rub.
I think I missed some of what he said there. They said something about dry rub, so I think he's into cooking as well. So it looks like his 2 hobbies might be cooking and woodworking. See if I can get him out of the prompt over here. Let's try to trigger a golf game. So what was it you said you were doing with woodworking? Did you say you were building a table, or what was it you were building?
Yeah, it's a big patio table. Been taking my time with it, you know, getting the joints right and everything. There's something really satisfying about taking raw wood and turning it into something solid and built to last. This one's got a tricky trestle base, but it's coming along. Keeps me out of trouble when I'm not on shift, you know? Keeps my hands busy.
Tricky trestle I have no idea what he's talking about. He clearly knows something about what he's talking about. Oh, well, that's interesting, man. I'm not nearly that handy, so, I got no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds interesting.
It's just problem solving, really. Just with wood instead of, well, everything else we deal with. Keeps the mind sharp in a different way. You should try and find something like that, man. A real escape from the job that's just yours. You got any hidden talents I don't know about yet?
Well, yeah, I don't talk about it too much, but I do have one talent. I am a world-class hacky sacker.
No way! World class? We've been partners how long and I'm just learning this. We're gonna have to put that to the test sometime during this easy shift. Maybe at a park or something. That's hilarious, man.
I need a hacky sack mod for this game. But notice he said, man, I've known you for years. I'm just now figuring this out. So, I think I mentioned, we made it so that, that we're trusted friends, longtime friends. We know each other well. So I'm going to ask him even some deeper questions here and kind of see what he says. And what was your wife's name again, or is it your girlfriend? I forget, man.
It's my wife, Elena. You know her, the one who keeps me grounded. She's the one who's been dropping those heavy hints about the barbecue I mentioned. Without her, I'd probably just be working on the patio table forever, never actually finishing anything, you know?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Funny story, actually. We met at a charity event a few years back. It was this really stiff, formal thing, and we ended up hiding in the kitchen talking most of the night, making jokes about it all. She's got this amazing sense of humor, you know? Saw right through all the superficial stuff. Plus, turns out she's a fantastic cook, which definitely helps when I'm spending all my free time woodworking and covered in sawdust.
How long ago did you guys meet? How long you been together?
Must be about 6 years now, something like that. Feels like forever, but also just yesterday in a weird way. A lot's happened since we started working together too, you know? It's been a good balance, having this crazy job and that stability at home.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, it's important, you know? Kind of like having you as a partner. You come up together, you build that trust. Makes the tough days a lot easier when you know someone's got your back.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, so I remember you telling me you were having a problem with your brother. What was that about again? I forget.
No, that's a whole other complicated story. It's just, you know, family dynamics. He's always been a bit reckless, constantly needing a bailout or getting into some kind of jam. It's hard because you want to help, but you also gotta protect yourself, you know? We grew up in a pretty complicated household, so I guess some of that stuff just sticks with you. We're still figuring it out.
Well, that's good, man. Are you guys still on good terms? I mean, obviously it seems a little tense, but I mean, are you on good terms with him?
We're talking, yeah. It's more of a cautious thing these days. Like I said, that history kind of shapes how you move forward, even when you try to let things go. But he's still my brother, so you keep trying, you know?
Yeah, so they'll talk about their family relationships, upbringing, getting into some pretty personal stuff here. I also added some, I haven't tested this, so I don't know how it's going to work, but I tried to add some jokey type stuff, humor, like they have the ability to, kind of joke around and stuff. So I'm going to see if I can say something off the wall to him and see how he responds. Oh man, pretty boring shift out here. Just stand around, just like you said, babysitting this place, huh?
Tell me about it. Might as well plan my next woodworking project while we're out here. Speaking of which, the other day I tried to go camping with the family, remember? Drove like 2 hours and realized the tent had a broken zipper and a missing pole. Ended up sleeping in the car with the AC and eating gas station snacks. The kids thought it was the best camping trip ever, though. Elena still brings it up when she's annoyed.
Oh, so he just told like a little, little camping story, some little anecdote. It's pretty interesting. The kids loved it, wife didn't. Oh, well, I'm pretty bored, man. I say we make this a little more exciting. How about I pick you up, run you onto the golf course over here, and throw you in one of these sprinklers?
Very tempting, partner, but I think we should stick to the plan. Don't want to explain why we have a soaking wet patrolman at the golf course in the morning. Sarge would probably think we finally broke after that plumbing nightmare you had.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I talked about, getting him drenched in water in the sprinkler in the golf course, and he connected that back to the plumbing story that we told earlier, which, by the way, he just completely made that up. I did not prompt him for that. I just played along, so that's pretty crazy. You heard any good jokes lately?
Let me think. You know, not really. This job doesn't leave too much room for good jokes these days. Oh, but I did see the other day a guy tried to report his car stolen, and it turned out his wife just parked it at a different part of the giant parking lot because he forgot where he put it. We get some pretty ridiculous calls, don't we?
Okay. Well, not that funny, but I guess that was his idea of humor. What's another funny call that you can recall?
Oh man, there was this neighborhood cookout a couple weekends back. Neighbor brings out this giant smoker, starts talking about this secret rub like it's classified information. Another guy shows up with store-bought potato salad and, thought he committed a crime the way they acted. It was one of those surprisingly great weekends, though. Got a little too comfortable near the beer cooler.
So he didn't quite understand the context that I was asking, but still, told what he felt was a funny story. What was another ridiculous call that you've gotten on the job?
Let me think. Oh, there was the one where the guy called in a panic because he thought his house was invaded by squirrels. Turns out he just left the window open and a couple of them got in and made a mess of his kitchen. We spent like an hour chasing him around. Definitely not what they teach you in the academy, But it broke up the monotony of babysitting golf courses, so I guess it had its moments.
So there you go. He told a story and then connected it back to what we are doing currently. So one thing that we built in was the ability to bounce back and forth between professional, chit chat, or I say, professional communication and personal chit chat. They can kind of cycle between both of them at any given time, so it feels a little bit more natural. I don't know if it was like one thing in particular that kind of changed my mind, but the one thing that comes to mind is just a lot of very reputable sources reporting things like military, Air Force pilots seeing things, recording it, all these accounts of all this stuff. It just seemed really credible.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. When you got credible sources saying stuff, it's harder to just dismiss it, We rely on credible accounts every day to do our job. Still, it's a wild thing to think about, what might be out there in the darkness. Kinda puts this quiet shift in perspective,
Oh, hey man, you got a little bit of, looks like you stepped in some dog poop there. I see it on your shoe right now.
Wait, seriously? Oh man, are you kidding me? I didn't even notice. That's the last thing I needed on this easy shift. Now I gotta deal with that. Great. Thanks for the heads up though, I guess.
No, I'm just playing, man. You didn't step in dog poop.
Dude, you got me. For a second there, I was genuinely annoyed. See, that's how boring this shift is. My mind went straight to the worst case scenario. You're a good one, man.
Oh, but being for real though, your fly is unzipped there.
What? Are you serious this time? Hang on. Ah, damn it. How did that happen? See? This is why I can't trust you. Thanks for the discreet notification, though, I guess. Another exciting moment from the boring shift.
And speaking of which, since your fly's unzipped, why are you wearing whitey-tighties, man?
Hey, don't judge. A man's gotta wear what's comfortable, especially on these long shifts. Besides, you're just jealous of the classic style. Now, let's get back to this patio table I'm building. Much more interesting than my choice of undergarments.
All right, yeah. I'm not nearly as interested as you are, but I'll entertain it. You know what? Tell me more about your patio table.
It's the joinery that's the real challenge, man. I'm doing a traditional mortise and tenon build. Takes way more time than just slapping things together, but the strength and the look are totally worth it. Planning to use some dark weather-resistant wood, so it'll actually last, unlike some of the other things we deal with, huh? It's those little details that make it count.
How much does it cost for all of the materials to build that?
It's an investment, yeah. Good wood costs, but you save money in the long run compared to buying something mass-produced that'll fall apart in a few years, you know? Plus, there's the satisfaction of building it yourself. Makes it all worth it when you finally crack a beer and look at it.
All right. Well, just a little showcase for you guys. Just been playing around with these NPCs, trying to get just kind of expand this and make it a little bit more realistic. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Later.